A Dodge just left the factory with a parachute deployment system as standard equipment, and somehow the DMV still approved it for public roads. We're not talking about stripped-down track specials or modified monsters. These are factory-built machines that rolled off assembly lines with drag strip-specific engineering that makes absolutely no sense for street use. Somewhere in corporate boardrooms, engineers convinced executives to greenlight production cars with transmission brakes, wheelie bars, and power outputs that literally tear apart drivetrains. The fact that you could walk into a dealership, sign paperwork, and drive home in a vehicle designed to complete quarter miles in single-digit seconds is absolutely insane. If you're already questioning automotive regulations, smash that subscribe button, because Garage History is about to expose the most outrageous factory drag machines ever approved for street registration. We're diving into Detroit muscle that came with warranty-covered slicks, Japanese sedans engineered specifically for illegal highway racing, and modern demons that require safety waivers just to purchase. These 7 cars prove that sometimes manufacturers completely abandon common sense in pursuit of quarter-mile domination. Let's count down these street-legal drag strips on wheels. Number 7. 2018 Dodge Challenger SART Demon. Dodge literally banned their own car from NRA's sanctioned drag strips for being too fast. Yet somehow it remained completely street legal. The Demon represented automotive insanity at its absolute peak. A factory-built dragster that came with a toolkit to remove the passenger seat, run on 100-octane race fuel, and launch so violently it could pull the front wheels off the pavement. With 840 horsepower on pump gas and a psychotic 808 horsepower on race fuel, this wasn't a muscle car anymore. It was a barely disguised competition vehicle wearing license plate brackets. Dodge equipped the Demon with a trans-brake system that held the car stationary while building boost pressure, drag radial tires mounted on lightweight wheels, and an air grabber hood scoop that increased airflow by 45%. The factory quarter-mile time of 9.65 seconds at 140 mph made it faster than dedicated race cars from just a decade earlier. What made this absolutely absurd was that Dodge included features like air conditioning, a touchscreen infotainment system, and cup holders alongside legitimate drag racing technology. You could literally drive to the grocery store, grab milk, then head to the strip and run 9s completely stock. But American muscle wasn't the only manufacturer losing their minds. Number 6. 1969 Chevrolet Copo Camaro ZL1. General Motors built the ZL1 Camaro through their central office production order system specifically to circumvent their own corporate racing restrictions, creating what remains one of the most devastating factory drag cars ever produced. Under the hood lurked the all-aluminum ZL1 427 cubic inch V8, officially rated at a laughable 430 horsepower, a number so absurdly conservative that actual dyno testing revealed closer to 550 horsepower at the crank. This engine cost more than twice the price of the entire base Camaro, utilized technology borrowed directly from Chevrolet's Can-Am racing program, and featured components so exotic they wouldn't become mainstream for another 3 decades. Chevrolet installed this monster engine into stripped-down Camaro bodies with heavy-duty 4-speed manual transmissions, ultra-tough rear axles, and virtually no sound deadening or luxury equipment. The ZL1 could run low 11-second quarter miles completely stock, which in 1969 made it faster than contemporary Ferraris and Porsches costing 5 times as much. Only 69 ZL1 Camaros escaped the factory, making them exponentially rarer than Yenko conversions or Baldwin Motion builds. The truly insane part? Dealers had to special order these machines because Chevrolet knew exactly what customers intended to do with them. Speaking of manufacturer complicity in drag racing chaos, number 5. 2015 Nissan GT-R Nismo. Japan's R35 GT-R Nismo took Godzilla's already ridiculous performance and cranked everything to absolutely unhinged levels that make no sense outside professional motorsports. Nissan equipped the Nismo variant with a hand-built VR38D engine producing 600 horsepower, revised turbochargers with improved response, titanium exhaust components that saved critical weight, and aerodynamic enhancements tested in actual GT3 racing. The sophisticated all-wheel drive system could shuffle torque between individual wheels in milliseconds. The dual-clutch transmission shifted faster than human perception, And the suspension setup was so aggressive that Nissan literally warned buyers it would be punishing on public roads. What made the GTR Nismo absolutely terrifying was its ability to convert horsepower into forward motion with near-perfect efficiency. While American muscle-spun tires and European exotics required perfect conditions, the Nismo could launch in virtually any weather and deliver consistent 10-second quarter miles with zero modifications. This wasn't a car, it was a computer-controlled missile system that happened to have license plates. Nissan charged nearly $175,000 for this engineering masterpiece, yet buyers could option it with luxury features like leather seats and premium audio systems alongside race-proven carbon fiber bodywork. But Japanese engineering restraint looks conservative compared to what Dodge unleashed next. Number 4. 2023 Dodge Challenger Cert Demon 170. Dodge looked at the original Demon and decided it wasn't nearly insane enough, so they created the Demon 170, a factory car producing 1,025 horsepower that requires buyers to sign liability waivers acknowledging its capabilities. This isn't hyperbole. Dodge literally engineered a street-legal production car that runs 8.91 second quarter miles at 151 mph on factory drag radials, making it quicker than purpose-built race cars competing in professional categories. The Demon 170 came equipped with a 3.0-liter supercharger force feeding the 6.2-liter Hemi engine, requiring E85 fuel to achieve its maximum output and featuring cooling systems borrowed from industrial applications. Dodge installed the widest factory drag radials ever fitted to a production car, a torque reserve system that builds 14 psi of boost at launch, and a power chiller system that diverts air conditioning refrigerant to cool intake temperatures by up to 45 degrees. What makes this absolutely ridiculous is that Dodge maintained features like Apple CarPlay, heated seats, and a premium sound system alongside engineering that would make top fuel teams jealous. The Demon 170 literally redefines what street legal means, proving that modern emissions regulations and safety standards somehow accommodate vehicles that can outrun professional drag racers from the 1990s. Yet even this modern monster can't match the historical insanity of our next entry. Number 3. 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 429. Ford needed to homologate their massive 429 cubic inch engine for NASCAR competition, so they committed absolute madness by cramming it into Mustang bodies through contractor Carcraft in what became one of history's most excessive homologation specials. The Boss 429 featured semi-hemispherical combustion chambers, aluminum cylinder heads, forged internals, and engineering so advanced it wouldn't become mainstream until the 21st century. Ford officially rated this beast at 375 horsepower, which was such an outrageous lie that even period magazines questioned the numbers. Actual output was closer to 500 horsepower in street trim. Installation required completely reworking the Mustang's shock towers, relocating the battery to the trunk, installing a nodular iron 9-inch rear axle, and fitting front disc brakes to handle the incredible performance. Carcraft hand-built each Boss 429, essentially creating custom race cars that somehow received full factory warranties and street registrations. These Mustangs could run mid-13 second quarter miles bone stock. But their real purpose became obvious when owners removed restrictive exhaust components and advanced ignition timing. Suddenly, you had an 11-second street car straight from 1969. Ford only produced 1,359 Boss 429 Mustangs across 2 model years, and every single one represented a middle finger to common sense and practicality. But American V8 Thunder wasn't the only path to dragstrip dominance. Number 2. 1987 Buick GNX. Buick and McLaren created something so devastating in the GNX that it became the quickest American production car of the entire 1980s while looking like your grandparents' retirement gift. This wasn't supposed to happen. Buick built luxury cars for country club members, not tire-shredding monsters that humiliated Corvettes and Ferraris at every stoplight. Yet the GNX packed a turbocharged 3.8-liter V6, producing an official 276 horsepower that was another hilariously conservative rating hiding actual output closer to 300 horsepower and a massive 360 lb-ft of torque. McLaren installed a custom ceramic turbocharger, low-restriction exhaust, reprogrammed ECU, upgraded transmission with custom torque converter, and unique rear axle gearing that transformed the already quick Grand National into an absolute weapon. The GNX could hit 60 mph in 4.6 seconds and complete quarter miles in the mid-13s, completely stock. Numbers that embarrassed contemporary Porsche 911 turbos, costing twice as much. What made this Buick absolutely insane was its complete stealth, murdered out in black paint with minimal badging. It looked like a middle manager's company car until the turbo spooled and victims disappeared in the rearview mirror. Buick and McLaren only produced 547 GNX models, each numbered and documented, creating what remains one of the most collectible American performance cars ever built. Yet even this turbocharged sleeper can't match the absolute madness of our number one pick. Sometimes automotive engineers completely lose their minds and corporate executives somehow approve the madness. From Chrysler's barely disguised race cars to Dodge's modern parachute-equipped missiles, these vehicles represent moments when manufacturers decided quarter-mile dominance mattered more than common sense, practicality, or reasonable liability exposure. The fact that regulatory agencies approved license plates for cars running single-digit quarter miles with warranty coverage remains one of automotive history's greatest mysteries. These weren't modified street cars or tuner projects. They were factory-engineered drag strips on wheels that somehow satisfied legal requirements for public road use. If this journey through drag racing insanity got your adrenaline pumping, smash that like button and subscribe to Garage History because we're constantly uncovering the most outrageous stories from automotive history. Drop a comment telling us which factory drag car you'd want in your garage and whether modern manufacturers will ever match the absolute chaos of the muscle car era. These 7 machines prove that sometimes the craziest automotive stories don't come from aftermarket tuners. They come straight from factory assembly lines where engineers decided horsepower limits were merely suggestions to be ignored.